Oh, hi, Get Your Teach On. I'm so sorry that I am just a few minutes late. I actually ended up going live on my own page and not Get Your Teach On. So I apologize for that. So let me start over really quickly. I am LaNesha Tabb, and I am a kindergarten teacher in Indianapolis. So while you guys are coming in, I'll give you one more minute. Go ahead, tell me who's here, what grade you're in, and maybe where you're from or your name, and I would love to get going with you guys. I'm so sorry, I'm a few minutes late. My apologies for that. And we are going to be getting into a really, really special book today. So while people are joining, I want you to go ahead and just tell me who's here, your name, grade, and maybe where you're from. Hi there. Hi, Julie. Welcome, welcome. I am really sorry about that little snafu. Hi. All right. Hi, Grace and Maddie. I'm so glad you're with me today. Are you guys so excited for this book? Mulan? Oh my gosh. If you love Mulan, you got to hit the hearts and show me because I loved this movie. Hi, Lily and Zoe. Oh, a fourth grader and kindergartner. I'm so happy you guys are here. Yay. Oh yeah, I see the lots of hearts that are, you like Mulan too. That is so exciting. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I read all of the comments. So if I ask you any questions, or if you just want to say something about the book or about the work that we're going to do today, pop it in the comments. And then right after this video, I'm going to hop in and I'm going to read every single comment and I will respond. Okay, if you do not have the downloads, they will be available in the caption for this video. I believe as soon as we're done is usually when it shows up. So you don't have to have them. If you don't have anything, you might just want to have like a sheet of notebook paper or a scrap piece of paper to go along with today's lesson, and that would be just fine. Okay, so boys and girls, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at some vocabulary, okay? And we are going to do a really cool strategy. It's from this teacher that taught. Her name is Augusta Mann, and she does this really cool strategy where she will teach one word, but really you're going to get 3 words, okay? So that's called a synonym, right? If you have words that kind of mean the same thing. So she calls this strategy synonym triplets, and I love it because you get 3 words for the price of 1, okay? So let me show you. Now we're going to have to get a little rhythm when we do this, okay? So here we go. There's going to be 3 words that I pull out from our book today, which is Mulan, okay? The first word. And we're going to put some movements with it too, so be ready. Okay, here we go. The first word is determined. Can you say that? Let me hear you say it. Say determined. Good job. That was so good. Say determined. Now, what can we do with our body? Determined. Well, let's look at the other words. This is another big one. Say concluded. Ooh, can I hear you say concluded? Good job. Okay, and then the last one, we're going to say it a little bit longer. We're going to go decided. Okay, so it goes like this. Determined, concluded, decided. Can you say that? Say it with me. Determined, concluded, decided. Now, what can we do with our body? If we determine something, because look, this is the sentence at the bottom here says, the girl was determined to win the science fair because she had worked so hard. So if we are determined, we've concluded or decided something. What does that mean? It means we've made our minds up. We have determined that we are going to do something. Okay, we've got 3 words here. Let's try those one more time. Determined, concluded, decided. Okay, and let's go like this. Let's put our finger up like this, and we're going to say determined. Put your finger up. I didn't see you put your finger up. Thank you. Determined, concluded, decided. Okay, now when you hear this story today, When I say the word determined, I want you to put your thumb up or hit the hearts, because that means you are listening and you found the vocabulary word in today's book. Okay, so when you hear determined, the top word is going to be in the book, but you're going to have 2 more words that helps you understand what that word means. Determined, concluded, decided. Very good. Okay, here's the next one. Oh, I like this word. Everyone say triumphant. You didn't say it. Say triumphant. Okay, very good. What does triumphant mean? Well, look at this. Successful, victorious. Oh, aren't those words so much fun? Okay, so we're going to do all 3. Ready? Triumphant, successful, victorious. And the sentence says, we were triumphant in our search for the missing library book. So it means we were successful. We got the job done. Okay, what can we do with our body? How about this? Put your hands up like this, like you won. Say triumphant, successful, victorious. Okay, let me hear you do it. Ready? Hands up. Triumphant, successful, victorious. Okay, let me see you do it. Hands up. Ready? Victorious. Okay, I love it. One more, and then we're going to get into this book. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that word. Say insisted, insisted, required, demanded. Oh, let's read the sentence and see if we can figure out what that means. The doctor insisted that he start taking vitamins. Oh, so if you insisted, that means you required or maybe even demanded something. So let's say all 3 of those. Give me some rhythm. Ready? Insisted, required, demanded. Okay, what can we do with our body for insisted? First of all, let's get this look on our face like this. And maybe let's point to our hands. Insisted, required, demanded. Okay, so that's 3 words that are going to be in this story. Insisted, triumphant, remember this one, right? Triumphant, successful, victorious. Okay, and then who remembers this one? Who remembers? Determined. Determined, concluded, decided. Okay, so here we go. We've got 3 words here. What are you supposed to do when you hear these words? Hit the hearts in the story when they come up, and we're going to stop and we're going to say, oh my gosh, yes, I remember what that word is. And we're going to say the synonym triplet. Okay, the last thing I'm going to say before we get into our story today, if you have the downloads, this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see. You can see there's Mulan back there. We are going to be talking about character traits when we read Mulan today. All right, so what are character traits? Well, let's look at our chart here, okay? So it says here, character traits. Understanding traits of a character can help us with understanding who the characters are. We want to think about some things, and I know that's kind of hard to see here. Let's see with my light in my window. There we go. We want to think about the character's feelings. So look, you see all those different feelings? Look at those emojis. There's a lot of different feelings there. We want to think about the character's decisions, because when we understand the character's traits, that kind of tells us who they are, so we can understand their decisions. We can understand their actions, and maybe we can even get a peek inside of their thoughts, right? And when we really understand who a character is, we can make better predictions, because we can say, oh, yeah, that character is really brave, so maybe she's going to do, and then we can make a better guess, okay? And then it says some traits we need to listen for, right, in the book, but some traits we are going to have to infer because of their words and actions, okay? So I'll put that, see right there. Hopefully you can kind of see that. So as you are reading, take a look here. Now, if you don't have this paper, no big deal. No big deal, okay? What I want you to do is just get a scrap piece of paper or white paper, just fold it in half, right? Just fold it in half, open it back up. And on one side of your paper, I would like for you to pay attention to traits for our main character, which I think you can guess is Mulan, that we are going to get straight from the text. That means that the author is going to tell us flat out, this is something that you need to know about the character. But then there's going to be some things that the author doesn't say, but remember, we can pay attention to the feelings and actions and thoughts and things, and we can say, you know what, I think that the main character is blank, and we can fill it in. Okay, the last thing, if you have the download, I have a list full of words that could describe a character. I'm going to give you an assignment after the story, but these are some words that might help you when we have to infer some character traits about Mulan. Okay, so if you are ready for Mulan, hit the hearts. Let me hear it, because we are about to get into this amazing story. This is called Mulan, The Legend of the Woman Warrior. The author, it says translated by Feilin Wu and illustrated by the New York Times bestseller, Joy Ang. Okay, who is ready? All right, let's do it. Here's the title page. Look at those beautiful illustrations. Okay. The Legend of the Woman Warrior. All right, it says, there once was a smart and strong-willed girl named Mulan, who lived in a village in northern China with her parents, her older sister, and her younger brother. See that? One day, Mulan sat weaving, watching her father pacing the room. He looked old and frail. She stopped. Turning to her father, she asked, Baba, what is worrying you? Let's see that. With a faraway look in his eyes, her father replied, I have received a letter. The emperor has called for all men to defend our country. I must leave the family and join the army. How can you go? You are not well, and brother is far too young to go, Mulan said, with concern in her voice. Oh my gosh, look at that. Mulan thought for a moment and then announced, Baba, I can go in your place. How can you serve? You are only a girl, replied her father. I know I can. I am a strong and able girl, Mulan insisted. Did you hear it? I think we just heard our first vocabulary word. Mulan insisted. Okay, what does that mean? Required, demanded. So that means she really, really wanted to make sure that she was able to go in place of her father. Wow. Okay, let's see what happens. The next day, Mulan, dressed in her father's clothes, went to the market to buy a horse, a saddle, a bridle, and a whip for the trip. In the morning, Mulan bid farewell to her family. Oh, look at that. When she arrived at the army camp, she and the troops set off for the north. Riding long miles, Mulan traveled to the Yellow River. At night, she camped at the riverbank. Tired, Mulan dozed off to the sound of running water. She dreamed about her parents calling for her. Mulan. Oh, she missed her family. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be so sad? Mulan rode on and traveled up to the top of Black Mountain and settled across from the enemy's camp. Oh my goodness. She's the enemy's camp. Wow. Exhausted, she fell asleep to the distant sound of neighing horses. Again, Mulan dreamed about her parents calling her name. She missed her family even more, but she knew she was a strong and able girl. She was determined to work hard, serving her country to make her family proud. Did you hear it? Did you hear that? She was determined to work hard, serving her country and making her family proud. Who remembers? Determined, concluded, decided. Oh, that's right. She was determined. So she decided that she was going to work hard and make her family proud. For 12 years, let's scoot over this way. For 12 years, Mulan endured many hardships. She rode over numerous mountain peaks and traveled thousands of miles on tired legs. Often, she stayed awake through the freezing nights. My goodness. That must have been really cold. Whoa, look at that. It says, Mulan fought in hundreds of battles and led her comrades to many victories. Get that picture. Wow, what do you guys think about that? She's pretty fierce, huh? I mean, my goodness, look at that. She chopped his weapon in half. Wow, she must have been really strong. With her skills and bravery, Mulan rose quickly through the ranks. As a victorious commander, Mulan led her troops back to the emperor's palace. The proud emperor, there he is. Sam. Okay. The proud emperor beckoned the triumphant troops to appear before him. Mulan was awarded with countless pieces of gold and other treasures for her courage and service. The emperor praised Mulan and appointed her to the high court. The emperor asked Mulan what she might desire. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Emperor. I do not wish for the appointment to the high court. Oh, she doesn't want it. I only want to go back to home to my family, Mulan replied. The news of Mulan's return reached her family. To welcome her home, Mulan's parents eagerly waited the outskirts of town for her arrival. Her older sister was cheerfully dressing in her best outfit, while her younger brother was busily setting up for a feast. Upon arriving home, Mulan hugged her family. She was so happy to see them. She went to her room. She took off her armor and changed into her favorite dress. She sat down in front of her mirror, brushed out her tangled hair, and carefully applied color to her cheeks. Oh, look at their faces. Oh, wow. Mulan then rejoined her army buddies who were celebrating with her family in the living room. The men looked up at Mulan as she entered the room. With eyes wide open and a surprised look on their faces, they said in wonder, "How is it possible? We did not know that our respected leader was a girl all along." Oh, look at that. Mulan smiled and responded, "One should not judge another by their appearance alone. When a pair of rabbits run side by side, can you tell the female from the male?" Oh, that's a good point. Can you guys tell which one of those is female and which one's male? I sure can't. Mulan continued, "A woman can fight any battle. Now I am happy once again to just be me, Mulan, a strong and able woman." Wow. Oh, man. And then check this out. At the very back of the book, there is the Ballad of Mulan. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we have just a few minutes left. This is what we need to do. We need to go back and think about some character traits, okay? Did you take notes while you were reading? Because I'm thinking we need to go back in and let's just sort of look at a couple of pages and see if we can figure out what kind of person would you say Mulan was, right? Well, first of all, let's look at the first sentence. It says, there once was a smart and strong-willed girl named Mulan. Okay, sounds like something that the author just told us. So we don't need to infer because the author told us that Mulan was smart and strong-willed. So on your paper, you might want to write down smart and strong-willed. Okay, so on this side it says from the text. Okay, let's keep going. So let's see. Even on this next page, let's look here. One day Mulan sat watching her father pacing the room. He looked old and frail. She stopped. Turning to her father, she asked, Baba, what is worrying you? She's the kind of person that knew that something was bothering her father because she was paying attention to him and he was pacing back and forth. So I think that's an opportunity for us to infer what kind of person, you can tell me in the comments, what kind of person could we say Mulan is if she is noticing her father and she says, Baba, what is worrying you? What could we say? Let me see if I can find any really smart answers. I'm sure there's so many of them out there. Oh yeah, like she's, let's see, like concerned. Okay. And we're gonna write that on the side that says infer. Concerned. Yeah, she is concerned because some people might see somebody pacing across the room and just think, oh, well, not my problem. But that's not Mulan, is it? Right? Mulan is saying, oh, I can see something is wrong with you. So what's wrong? Okay, let's see. Then here is where he says he got the letter. And then she says, I'm going to go in your place. And he says, well, how can you go? You're just a girl. And she said, I know I can. I am a strong and able girl. Oh, well, that's obviously something we need to write down. Ready? So we already have strong-willed, so we can write able. And if we want, we can just write strong. Now, does that go on the side for inferring or for the text? Exactly. That goes from the text because the author just told us. Let's see if we can find one more spot where we have to infer. Okay, so here, she dresses in her father's clothes and she goes to buy everything that she needs for the trip. Let's see. Oh, we could do some inferring there. Well, let's keep going and see. Then she gets to the camp and at night she's tired and goes to sleep and she's dreaming about her parents. She's missing her family. Okay. And then here it was sort of the same thing. She was exhausted. She worked hard and she was really missing her family. All right, for 12 years, Mulan endured many hardships. Ooh, 12 years. That's a long time. What could we infer about Mulan if she stuck with this for 12 years and she didn't like run home and say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard. Would we say she's, let's see, oh yeah, like a hard worker? I like that one. Yeah, she's definitely a hard worker. And let's see. Mulan fought in hundreds of battles and led her comrades to many victories. What could we say about her? If she was like leading, oh yeah, like yep, she was a leader. We can definitely infer that she was a leader because it says she led her comrades to many victories. So she must have been a leader. Okay, oh, we're just about out of time. Oh, this says with her skills and bravery. Oh, did we put brave down? I think we absolutely need to put that down. Traits from the text, let's see, brave. Because it says with her skills and bravery, Mulan was definitely brave. I think we can all say that, okay? And then, oh, let's do one more because wasn't this one so interesting? Here when she says, thank you, Emperor, I do not wish for the appointment to the high court. So that means the emperor tried to give her a really high position in the kingdom. And she said, thank you, but no, I don't want to do it. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about, what could we say about Mulan? She doesn't want that high position. She said, I just want to go back home to my family. Wow. Oh, I see a good one. I see caring. Yeah, because she cares about her family. probably because her father and mother are getting older. Maybe she wants to take care of them. So, I mean, guys, I've got quite a long list here. I would love to see your list. Oh, look at all of these really great words in the comment. Yeah, observing care. Absolutely. Okay, so here's 2 things that you can do. One, the first thing is keep going on your list. And if you're my kindergarten and first grade friends, you can draw pictures, right? I kind of showed you here. If we're talking about feelings, you can draw some emojis that show if you think she's brave or strong or worried or that sort of thing. Draw me a picture of it and show me, did we hear that in the book, or is this something that you're just kind of thinking, you know what, I think that's how Mulan was. The last thing, if you are maybe a 3rd, 4th, or 5th grader, and you have this word list, you can either just look at it online. If you have it on Seesaw or Google, anything like that, you could circle all of the words that you think belong to Mulan, right? So you can say, honest. Do I think Mulan was honest? Am I going to infer that she was honest, or do I have evidence that she was honest? And you can go down this list and you can see how many words you can circle that belong to Mulan's character, right? Her traits. And I would love to see those things. If you guys do any of these activities, please tag us. You can tag us at Get Your Teach On, or if you're watching on Instagram, you can tag me at apron_education. I would love to see this, these activities. So I've got to get off. We've got 1 more minute left. Let's see if we can do our vocabulary words one more time. Ready? Because if you were in my class, we would be doing these every day. And by the end of the week, you would have such a big vocabulary to capture. So here we go. Ready? Determined. Oh, remember? Determined. Let me hear. You have to say it. Determined. Concluded. Decided. Oh, look at you. You got 3 new words today. Okay, how about this one? Remember? Okay, let's do it. Arms up. Triumphant, successful, victorious. Yeah. Well, we've got 3 words. Okay, one more. Insisted. Oh yeah, remember this one? Insisted, required, demanded. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So if you download the freebies, all of these are in there. You can practice them some more. And I believe that is all I have. Yep, we are out of time, boys and girls. It is about 1:30. Thank you so much for joining me for story time. I really hope that you loved Mulan. If you don't have this book, you need to absolutely grab it because it is just beautiful. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thank you, guys.